Hello everybody! Welcome back to another devlog. As you can probably tell by the title, this game has a name now. And the name is Bamboozled. Yay! I know it's not that original or creative, but I think it's important that the game has a name. It has less ambiguity, and it just is an actual thing. It has an identity now. So the first thing you'll probably notice is we are now on a level select screen, which is different from the previous two devlogs because that was the game level scene, but now we're actually sort of in a hub-ish sort of area. So it's a gate-like portal-y thing because, not the lore, but the theme of the game is that you're like a godly sort of god, and you're helping grow the bamboo, right, with your like heavenly weather techniques and stuff. So that's why the hub was sort of like this gatey thingy. But anyways, now these buttons work. Well, they weren't in the game before, but they bring you to various different levels. And how I'm doing that is I'm just loading with a prefab. So right now there's only 2 levels loaded, but they're right there. So now it's what you've all been waiting for. We can go see the new art, because I know that's what everyone's most excited for. Let's just go in. NANI? Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god! Yeah, there's actually no new art. I'm sorry. But I promise next time we will revamp, because this background is not it, chief. But anyways, the main new feature of this devlog, the main new attribute of the game, is there is clickability. So I know it's not a concept like the last video, but this is, I've wanted this for a little while in the game, and I feel like it's kind of one of the necessary things. So before, I don't know if you could tell, but like when I'm going between these 2 cards right here, I can do it with my mouse, but before how I do it is just with the keyboard like this, the WASD keys. So now though, I can go and hover and then click, and then I can do the same thing with this. And before, again, I was just using the keys. See, the mouse is by itself. And I would just use spacebar to activate it, like that. But now I can click on that, and then I can just click on that, and boom. It all works out. And in addition to the clicking of the cards are being clicked just by basic hovering. And because of Unity's new input system, that's the game engine I'm using, by the way. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. So my solution is not the best. It's kind of dirty. It's like the only bad solution I would say I have in the game right now, or like the dirty. Basically, with the new action maps, the on mouse over event doesn't work anymore. So with regular game objects, not UI, which UI is like the overlaid stuff, so like these requirement stuff, but the rest of it is just regular stuff. It's like regular game objects, not UI. Essentially though, so the canvas in Unity holds all the UI. And so I have these empty buttons sort of that are just scattered across the screen, and they represent each of the bamboo plots. So it's not the actual plot you're clicking on, it's these detector UI, because with the UI it's the old method of hovering over and stuff obviously still works because that's an important thing for UI, but the game object stuff I can't figure out. And well, I tried looking into a little. I'm not completely lazy, but I couldn't figure it out exactly with like the new action map and stuff, and without doing all these raycasts and stuff. Like basically there was no simple way to do it, so I just did this. It didn't take me too long, and it's kind of dirty, but it's relatively simple. So yeah, that's the approach I took. Now you'll also notice that if we want to go back, well, you won't notice it, but if we want to go back now, I have a pause menu. I like how the pause menu looks. It's not amazing, but I think it looks pretty nice. And this is kind of like the quality, I guess, that I want to get it to. I think the background and stuff doesn't look that good. So this is like the home button, restart, resume. So if we just press resume, oh, by the way, I'm pressing a key on it, on the keyboard. That's how the pause menu is coming up. And then we can also restart the level, right? And that's just reloading the scene. And now we have these 2 things again, and all the bamboo requirements are reset. You can also go home. So that was the second level. But now we can go into the first level, and this is just to demonstrate. You'll see it's different. So that's how we're loading the different levels again. So how it works is I have this scene. I explained this a little bit before, but I have this game test scene where we have, I don't know, there it is. So we have this level root, which is basically just a blank, like kind of model level that's empty. And so what we can do is we can go into the various things, and like, let's say I want to make this nothing there, and then add a green, and then for the forecast we'll have, we can add like, I don't know, like 7 all rain. Let's just say we wanted that, for example. So then what we can do is, and then you would be able to test it just by pressing play in the test level. See, and that's what our level, I don't know why that's like that, but this is what our level would look like. Oh, it's not working because there's like a default scene you have to load, but I can explain that a little later. But basically now we can take the level root, and then I'm just keeping it here, and then we drag it into here, and then prefab variant, and now we can just rename it. So the script that's taking the paths, you have to name it according to this, so just level and then the name. But now if we go back to the level selection scene, and there's just this default scene to like initialize stuff, and now if we click on level 3, we'll have this level that we just created, right, with the 7 rain. So it's really easy to create new levels with this method, I think. And so because the main 2 methods I saw online was, there was this prefab loading method, which I have here, and then there was also you make a new scene for everything. But I thought that would be hard to like update if I wanted to change a big thing over all of them, because they're all prefab variants. If I want to change anything to the level root, I can just change it here, and then all of them will change across. But if I had the scenes, then I'd have to go update it in every single one. And maybe if there's like different backgrounds or stuff, I'll add like 1 or 2 more scenes. But otherwise, I think it's good like that. And the last new thing, well, I guess I'll explain how the default thing works first. So this is just basically an empty scene to initialize. So this governor thing. So in each one, right now all we have is the level selection screen, right, and the game level. But they have their own logic for handling how they work. So this has the logic for the buttons and stuff. But so to move between scenes, you need this thing, the governor, or I called it the governor. It's usually called like a game manager or something. I just don't like calling it game manager because I think governor sounds cooler. But anyways, so it has this do not destroy on load. And sorry if this is going over like your heads and stuff. It's not really that big of a deal. But if I'm just saying this for people who are interested in like learning the how the game works, like making it. So I have this do not destroy on load script, which basically means that this game object won't be destroyed, because each scene usually has objects that are not destroyed. So anyways, this goes between scenes, and then it has another script that basically handles all the scene references and stuff. So this is kind of a clean way to sort of have, it's like each one is their own little dimension or something, and this is the one thing that travels between them. So it handles all like the outside stuff. So yeah. Now the last thing is, I haven't implemented them yet, but if we look in the sprites, I have all the things set up. So I have now, I'll just open up this. So I have now this lightning card and this snow card. So these may be the last ones just because I don't want to get the scope of the game too high, but I now have these 2 new ones, and I haven't written the logic yet because I'm going to do the actual puzzle stuff last, which is terrible game planning, game design, because obviously if it's not fun, then why would you do it? But the point of this project was just to kind of make something. So the game might not be that fun or difficult, but I mean, I had fun making it and making these videos. And so sorry, that's kind of selfish, but yeah. hopefully this will be a good, like, I don't know what to call it, launching pad for the next game, because then I'll have made something. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, I think those were the main things. And again, as always, if you have any feedback on anything, please let me know in the comments on the art or the game or whatever, or the name even now. And yeah, I hope you have a very good day, a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.